a motorcycle model which has been into production since 9 decades. So whenever we talk about the model Bullet, we don't talk about the metal or the machinery. We talk about its legacy. We consider it as an icon. This motorcycle is something which represents itself and its rider. It is famous for its history, road presence, and the iconic sound. Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav. I am a huge automotive enthusiast and a mechanical engineering student. This is the all-new Royal Enfield Bullet 350, which is newly launched on 1st September. This is the newer generation of the Bullet model, which has been into production since 1931 and 1950s in India. So let's talk about the highlights and what are the new things you get with this bike. The first thing you notice is the design. The reason you buy this bike is the design. Bullet is known for its iconic retro design. This bike looks more like a retro modern, but it still holds the retro accents. The form factor and the silhouette does remind you of the legendary design. And of course, the standard Bullet lovers, this bike won't disappoint you. So talking about the colors and variants, you get 3 variants and in total 5 colors. The first is military red, military black, standard maroon. This is the standard maroon and standard black, and the top model comes in black gold. Talking about the price, the ex-showroom price starts from 1.74 lakhs to 2.15 lakhs. The next highlight is the engine. This bike comes with completely new engine and which is based on J platform. You can find J platform and the new engine in the Hunter, Classic and the Meteor series. So you get a 350cc single cylinder long stroke engine which produces about 20 horsepower and 27 Newton meter of torque. And all of you know, Royal Enfield engines are mostly popular for low end torque. And it's a SOSC engine, fuel injected. SOSC stands for single overhead camshaft. And one thing which you get in this bike, in this engine, is counterbalancer shaft or counterbalancer. Counterbalancer is basically a dead weight which you find on the flywheel or the crankshaft. What it does is it actually cancel out the piston vibrations and gives you a smoother ride. Most of the things have been changed in this bike: chassis, new engine, and all these things. But the main worried thing about this bike is the thumping sound or the signature beat. Yeah, this bike still comes with a signature beat that most of the people are curious and worried about. The next highlight is the chassis. In this bike you get a completely new chassis which is based on, as I said, new J platform. It's a dual down tube, dual cradle chassis. In the earlier model you used to get a single cradle chassis. This is the dual cradle chassis J platform which you find in the Classic, the Meteor and the Hunter models. And not just chassis and the engine, there are a lot of parts which have been shared with the other models. Talking about the wheels and brakes, you get dual channel ABS, dual disc which is 300 mm at the front and 270 mm at the rear. Talking about the wheel size, it's 100 by 90 inches at the front and 120 by 18 inches at the rear. And obviously you get spoke wheels, and for the military model you get drum brake at the rear. So you get the all new instrument console, analog speedometer, indications and a digital display which shows the fuel gauge, trip meter and a clock, and you can control all this information through the information button. Also thank you Monday Motors Solapur for providing me this vehicle for review purpose, and at Monday Motors Royal Enfield you can get 20% off on all official riding gears and merchandise. The more interesting thing, you can transform your Royal Enfield bike with custom modifications, paint work and performance upgrades at all affordable cost. So contact given numbers or visit Monday Motors Royal Enfield Solapur.